What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be checking out the 25 best English football players of all time ranked. Football is something we're just starting to get into, but looking at the little bit we have seen, I think it's going to be something. It's going to be a sport that we're going to enjoy looking into and learning about. We still have a very long way to go to learn football and to know what it's all about, but I'm excited about it. So I think we'll be doing some football related videos here and there on the channel as we go forward. We only recognize a couple of English football players so far, and Harry Kane is one. We know he is definitely one of the greats. It's going to be interesting to see where he is on this list. And let us know in the comments, guys, do you think how they're ranked here is the correct ranking for these players?
I'm sure it's a little controversial.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking. And also, guys, let us know in the comments, out of these players, which ones are the ones you think we should check out the most. Internationally, England may not always have ruled the world, but it did capture a historic World Cup win in 1966. While domestically, the country is home to some of the biggest and most storied soccer clubs on the planet: Manchester United, Liverpool, and Arsenal. Like, it's interesting.
I knew all three of them.
Right, I know, that's what I was about to say. It's like, we don't even know football, but even before starting this channel, if someone said Manchester United, I knew that name.
Yeah.
I knew Liverpool had a great football team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Arsenal, I don't know where that is.
I've heard of them through commenters and members.
Yeah, but I don't know where it's at,
really
though.
Like them. Yeah, I don't know.
I can't tell where in England that is, but these clubs in turn helped to produce some of the greatest players the beautiful game has ever seen. With all that in mind, we've ranked the top 25 English soccer players of all time. Football players. We will use football in terms of soccer here. Honorable mention: Michael Owen was a true wonder kid. Owen scored 158 goals for Liverpool and was equally prolific for England, quickly establishing himself as one of the most lethal strikers of his generation. See, I've been hearing the term striker, and I've been wondering what it is. Is that mainly someone that just strikes the goal, goes right? Is that,
yeah, I think it's the person who you try to get the ball to.
Right at the goal.
Point.
Yeah.
It kind of blows my mind that the World Cup teams aren't players who generally necessarily play together normally.
I was thinking the same thing.
I just thought, it's the team that's always together.
Because when we found out, what's his name?
Are you talking about Erling Haaland?
Haaland, yeah. Yeah, when we found out that he actually plays, his day job basically is playing for an English team. I can't remember, is it Liverpool or is it Manchester United?
Remember.
I can't remember who he plays for, but he plays for an English team, but he goes and plays for the Netherlands in the World Cup, and it just blew my mind. It's like, I would have assumed you would have played
with the same people for years.
But it's like he played with his heritage, because he would know but his father played for an England team as well. So, but while names like Bobby Moore and Jeff Hurst are most often associated with England's 1966 World Cup triumph, many within the game believe Alan Ball was the team's driving force. The youngest player in the squad, Ball brought relentless energy, work rate, and technical quality to England's midfield. His tireless performances were crucial throughout the tournament, none more so than in the final, where he seemed to cover every blade of grass, helped disrupt West Germany's attacks, and provided the assist for Hurst? Pronounce that. How do you pronounce that? Hurst?
Painful. Hurst.
Okay, I don't think I can pronounce that properly. Decisive extra time goal. Ask any of the players that day who was man of the match, and they would all say Bally.
Bally or Bally?
Bally.
I don't know.
Yeah, probably Bally. Alan Ball.
Alan.
I love that. Oh, man, I forgot about that. Oh, man. All right. You know, guys, keep these names in mind and let us know in the comments which ones, like,
who you think should be number one.
Like, who really are the best, so that we can look into those guys if we can find some compilations. I don't even know if we can find compilations on them, but I think we could on some, because I know on Beckham, absolutely we can. Jude Bellingham. Okay, he's on the current team.
Yeah, I recognize him.
He was the man. You know, along with Kane.
Kane.
Yeah, I know them two were like
we
the men.
We watched the advertisements, and they were in some
Yeah.
things.
England's main problem in major tournaments has been an inability to conjure up its best when it really matters, an inability to find a player at the very top of the game, able to inspire others and drag them up to the level needed to overcome the best the world has to offer. The problem was to have disappeared with the inspirational Jude Bellingham. The Stourbridge-born superstar can do absolute everything on the pitch and is widely regarded as one of the world's most complete midfielders. He strikes when it really matters. The ultimate big game player who lives for the important moments.
I could see that. We haven't seen him play, but I could see from his energy, he seems like an inspiration.
Yeah.
Like he would be his... I don't know, almost like a captain for the team, even though he's not the captain. But
well, we haven't seen him play a match. We've seen clips with him with everybody else. Frank Lampard. Midfielders aren't usually known for banging in goals, but Frank Lampard made a career out of it. Across just over 1,000 games for club and country, Lampard scored a ridiculous 303 goals. Okay, now I just want to say, like, on the surface, because I don't know football, I don't understand what would be considered a lot of goals in a career, but 303 goals does seem like a lot. You know, because
it's a much lower scoring game.
Right, I recognize that. Like, when I think of football, I think of it as a game. On average, you see, 2 or 3. That's at least in my, on average,
yeah.
The impression I have, it's like 2 or 3 goals or something like that. And so, knowing that it is on the lower side like that, 303 goals is incredible.
Yeah.
He played 1,000 games though, but still, that's pretty incredible, I believe. Glenn Hoddle. Glenn Hoddle often felt like a player born a generation too early. A supreme technician, he possessed an exceptional passing range, was equally comfortable with either foot, and had the vision and intelligence to see opportunities others simply could not. In an era that often prioritized physicality over technical ability, Hoddle stood out as a player who always seemed a step ahead. He scored 110 goals in 490 appearances for the club, helping Spurs win 2 FA Cups and the UEFA Cup before later enjoying spells with Morocco, Swindon Town, and Chelsea.
Is UEFA said like UEFA or is it UEFA?
I don't know, like FIFA?
I would
FIFA?
say UEFA. I don't know.
I would normally say that. I usually shorten the acronyms up anyway.
Oh, that's right.
But would you shorten it up from FA Cup to FA? No. It's got to be 3 or more letters for you to shorten it up, right? Billy Wright. All right, so this is an older gentleman.
True pioneer of English soccer and became the first player in history to reach 100 international caps for any nation.
What's an international cap? I don't know. That's what we're here to do, guys. We're here to learn these things.
A model of consistency and leadership, he captained England on 90 occasions and led his country at 3 separate World Cups, 1950, 54, and 58. Wow.
Wait. Okay, yeah. Okay, World Cup is every 4 years. That's right.
Wright devoted his entire career to Wolverhampton Wanderers, where he was central to one of the club's most successful eras. As captain, he led Wolves to 3 First Division titles and also played a key role in some of English soccer's earliest ventures into European competition. Hey, don't get mad at me. They put soccer in the article. I can't see the text very well because the microphone's in the
I will say this, though, because I've gotten used to, like, saying football on here some, I'm already got to the point to where when I think about
soccer feels wrong.
Soccer is starting to feel off to me a little bit. But, fun fact, guys, a lot of people push back on the fact that the U.S., and there's a few other countries still do use soccer. I can't remember what countries they are. I think in Ireland they do both football and soccer. And there's some other countries, I think especially over in the South American area, that use soccer. But the reason that was actually the term used in Britain to begin with. By the late 1800s and early 1900s, when association football was starting to spread in the U.S., Americans already called their own sport football. To avoid confusion, the British nickname soccer stuck. Meanwhile, in most of the rest of the world, association football became by far the most popular football code. Rugby was a separate sport, and there wasn't another major game competing for the name football. So people gradually dropped soccer and simply called it football. Interestingly, Britain itself used both terms for many decades. Even as late as the 1960s and 70s, British newspapers and broadcasters often said soccer. It's only in recent decades that football has become overwhelmingly preferred in the UK. So that's fascinating, guys. So you guys gave us that name, which doesn't surprise me. You guys gave us a lot of our terms and our names.
Number 20, Tom Finney.
Tom Finney. Okay.
He established himself as one of the finest soccer players in the world during the mid-20th century. After serving in World War II, no less. He looks like a tank. Look at him.
Oh, he does.
Looks like he would take you out.
He looks like he'd run right at you and knock you down.
The Preston North End legend spent virtually his entire career with his hometown club and earned 76 caps for England. Brilliant winger, Finney combined blistering acceleration, dazzling footwork, and a powerful shot, allowing him to glide past defenders, create chances for teammates, and score plenty of goals himself. He found the net 210 times for Preston.
And had 30 goals for England, I guess in the World Cup or something similar. An outstanding return for a wide player of his era. Finney was also the first player to win the First Division's Footballer of the Year award twice, and perhaps even more remarkably, throughout his entire career, he was never booked or sent off. So
does that mean
he was never traded? What were you thinking?
I was thinking
maybe you're
off
right.
The field, he never got a technicality, or
never
you know what I mean?
Booked or sent off.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, so we're starting to learn all these terms that we're not 100% certain what they mean.
A cap in football is simply a single appearance a player makes for their national team in an official international A match.
So this man, he was in 76 international games.
Seems like it.
Is that what it is?
He appeared, 76.
Wow. John Terry. All right.
John Terry was a true beast of a central defender. Few have ever matched the Chelsea legend's combination of physical strength, willingness to put his body on the line, and relentless, never-say-die attitude, along with his leadership at the back. Those qualities were key in helping transform Chelsea from consistent top-4 contenders into 5-time Premier League winners and Champions League champions, alongside, of course, the influence of Roman Abramovich's investment. Terry was also a significant goal threat, finishing as the highest scoring defender in Premier League history with 41 goals for Chelsea, many of them headers.
You know, I keep on seeing Premier League. What leagues do you guys have in the UK? And is Premier League the top echelon of the leagues?
I
mean, Premier, it sounds like it, right? But I don't know what teams are in what leagues. I don't know how many different leagues you have. Again, I think a lot of people that are used to football is your sport, is something that, this stuff comes naturally. But we are so new to this that we don't know anything about it. I don't even know if Premier League is just a UK or an England league, or if it's something international.
Yeah, I don't know.
I have no idea. John Barnes. John Barnes, one of the most gifted players England has ever produced, blending Brazilian-style flair with the physicality and tactical discipline required to thrive in English soccer. That combination made him a nightmare for defenders during his prime. It looks like he could be a nightmare as a defensive...
He would be intimidating coming out.
Yeah, he does look like that. He could glide past opponents with dazzling skill or power through them with strength, produce moments of outrageous technique, and score every type of goal imaginable. Whether it was a delicate curler into the top corner or a thunderous strike from distance, a 2-time First Division champion and the 2-time FA Cup winner with Liverpool, Barnes was also named FWA Footballer of the Year on 2 occasions. Simply put, he was one of the most entertaining players of his generation, and as an added bonus, a pretty decent rapper too.
That's funny.
I look at him, I get the impression that he is one that you might want to watch a compilation of.
Yeah.
He just looks like the type that would be a beast on the field. I don't know, guys. Let us know in the comments. Ask any Manchester United player from the 1990s or 2000s who the best teammate they ever had was, and you'll likely hear the same name over and over again. Paul Scholes. He's a world-class player and deserves to be up there with the likes of Zidane and Figo, said Phil Neville. Wayne Rooney.
We've heard of him. He was the one in the ad for the England...
Yes, he was wearing the ruffles around his neck.
Yeah.
Yes, and reading, yeah. I love that ad, guys. If you didn't see the ad compilation we did for the World Cup recently, go back and check that out. It was really fun. But Wayne Rooney, I've heard he is an absolute legend, meaning he's going to be on this list, I'm guessing. Wayne Rooney put it even more simply. The best I've played with, no question. His touch, passing, vision, and composure were outstanding. I tried to copy him. Even Cristiano Ronaldo, a man not short on confidence, is in awe. Scholes is the best I played with. He helped me a lot when I was young. He's amazing. Aww. High praise all around, but perhaps the quote that captures Scholes best came from former teammate
Michael Sylvester.
I'm glad you're here.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Paul Scholes was
Gianfranco Zola and Roy Keane won.
Okay, I guess those are two really great players. Yeah, I think a lot of you probably know what that means. But all right, I get the look at him. He looks like he would be a good teammate. He has that look. I don't know why.
Yeah, he looks like a likable guy, and like you'd want him on your team.
So the question is, he's a great teammate. You got to wonder if it's mainly because he was so good to practice against, or because he was just an overall enthusiastic, fun-loving guy.
Held everybody together.
Right. It could be both. You know, sometimes when you're a good teammate, it's one. Sometimes it's the other. Sometimes it's both. So it sounds like with him, it was both.
Yeah.
Peter Shilton holds a remarkable collection of records that underline his longevity and consistency at the highest level. He remains England's most capped player of all time and also holds the record for appearances in both the English Football League and the League Cup. In addition, he shares the record for the most clean sheets in World Cup finals matches with France's Fabien Barthez, an achievement made even more impressive considering he did not make his World Cup debut until the age of 32.
What?
Wow.
That's crazy. Because isn't that more towards like the end of a career in football?
I would guess it would be on the upper middle end. I'm thinking by the time you reach around 40, I think you're probably going to be out before that.
I would say mid-30s.
No, I think when you get into your mid upper 30s, I think a lot of people would retire from the sport professionally. But
That's
here we got another word, most clean sheets. You know, again, another one of those that I'm not sure exactly what it means. Most capped player of all time, but it didn't show us how many times he was capped.
Yeah.
Steven Gerrard.
I think it's Gerard.
Gerard. There I go again. Oh, like Gerard Butler.
Yeah, I think.
Gerard Lampard Scholes. It's a debate that has long divided English football fans. Which of the three midfield maestros from the modern era truly reigns supreme? We'll sell it for you. Steven Gerrard. It's always a Steven.
Oh, gosh.
While Scholes was the metronome with a laser-guided passing range, and Lampard, the goal-scoring machine from midfield, Gerrard was both rolled into one with a little or arguably a lot of extra fine on top. A true box-to-box engine, Gerrard could do it all. Ping pong. He can ping
pong while he's playing football. Down the
field. Ping pong. Okay, that's a tongue twister. Gerrard can do it all. Ping, pinpoint passes.
Say that 2 times fast.
Ping, pinpoint passes. Ping, pinpoint passes. Ping, pinpoint passes. Ping, pinpoint passes. Make game-saving tackles, dictate tempo, and smash in long-range screamers. That became his signature. Okay, that was a lot of weird wording there. My goodness.
Yeah, that'd be a very creative there.
You've got to be ready to say this out loud. Rio Ferdinand. Rio Ferdinand was in many ways a central defender ahead of his time. He combined the traditional physical attributes expected of an elite defender, height, pace, strength, and aggression, with the qualities of modern center back, particularly his reading of the game and composure in possession. Rather than simply clearing danger, Ferdinand was comfortable taking responsibility on the ball and helping to launch attacks. At Manchester United, he frequently played a key role in building from deep, stepping into space, driving forward when needed, and delivering progressive passes into midfield to set attacks into motion. Ashley Cole. Okay, I don't know why I know this name.
I don't know this name. I don't think.
I know this name, guys. I don't know why. Is there a reason I actually know his name?
Well, he looks like he's...
I mean, obviously, he's number 13 in this list, so surely he's really a really legendary player.
A Premier League winner with both Arsenal and then Chelsea following one of the most controversial moves in English soccer history, Ashley Cole is widely considered the finest left back England has ever produced. He was the full package: explosive pace, razor-sharp defensive awareness, the intelligence to read danger before it developed. Just as comfortable locking down the world's best wingers as he was bursting forward to support attacks. Cole helped redefine what a modern left back could be.
Okay, I must admit, guys, I'm kind of blown away at how many different positions there seems to be.
I know.
Like, the sports I generally watch, there's just a handful of positions. My favorite sport is basketball. Not many positions, Gary Lineker.
I was going to say Lineker.
This dude looks fun. I don't know, just the image I get.
Yeah,
the first impression, he looks fun.
Like a good kid. Because of his profile as a broadcaster after retirement, it's easy to forget just how outstanding Gary Lineker was as a player. One of England's greatest goal scorers, Lineker scored 48 times in 80 appearances for the Three Lions. He held the record for the most World Cup goals by an England player until Harry Kane surpassed him this year.
Wow, so he was the previous head record holder.
Wow, and he won the Golden Boot at the 1986 World Cup after finishing as the competition's top scorer.
Is the Golden Boot like the
MVP, like the
MVP player of the tournament?
Player?
Yeah.
I would think.
Wow. Okay, so 48 times in 80 appearances. That's pretty good. Yeah, absolutely.
Stanley Matthews.
Okay, this looks older. Okay, 56. It's not just in England where his name is famous. All over the world, he is regarded as a true football genius. Considered one of the greatest players of the 20th century and certainly one of the greatest wingers, Matthews was the winner of the inaugural Ballon d'Or Award in 1956, introduced to recognize and honor the best players in European soccer. Incredibly, Matthews was at the ripe old age of 41 when he won it. Holy, okay.
That's cool.
That is really awesome to have that sort of a longevity in a professional sport.
Yeah, bro. We've been painting, and I'm about totaled, so I can't imagine being...
I know, right? The Wizard of Dribble. Ooh, I like that. The Wizard of Dribble. Obviously, that's dribbling with the foot.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love to see that. I'd love to see some really good people doing dribbling.
There is good footage of
I don't know about him,
Yeah.
but I'm saying compilations of dribbling. There are, I'm sure. Played professionally until he was 50. He was 50.
What?
Holy.
That's kind of crazy.
That's
I don't
mind
think
blowing.
that's the norm.
No, that surely can't be the norm.
I wonder what the record is for the oldest player to retire,
Yeah, I don't know, but
50 seems like it would be
50 seems like it'd be one of the
contender.
Yeah. All right, Kevin Keegan. We are in the top 10, guys.
Woo!
All right. Kevin Keegan is often remembered for his iconic Newcastle United interview where he told reporters about title rivals Manchester United. I tell you honestly, I would love it if we beat them. Love it. But Keegan was far more than a memorable soundbite. He is widely regarded as one of the greatest English players of all time and two-time Ballon d'Or winner, more than, oh my goodness,
Zidane,
Ronaldinho, Rude, Gold. Okay, George Best. I can say that one. George Best. I can say that one. Do you think this is pronounced Ballon d'Or? Ballon d'Or?
Ballon d'Or? I don't know.
Alan Shearer.
Oh, look at him.
Alan Shearer was the master of putting the ball in the back of the net. The Premier League's all-time leading scorer with 260 goals, a record that still stands strong decades later. Shearer was the definition of a complete striker. Quick, especially before injury slowed him down, physically dominant, lethal in the air, and packing a thunderous right foot. The former Blackburn and Newcastle icon had every tool in the box. No matter the team, no matter the stage, Shearer scored goals. Simple as that. So he's the all-time leading scorer of the Premier League with 260 goals.
He looks like a confident guy.
Yeah, so I think you've got to put the all-time leading scorer of the Premier League in the top 10. That makes sense. Would you guys agree? Is this a man that we should be looking into?
When they say lethal in the air, I wonder if that means the strikes and kicks that are like where they like jump up and whoosh.
Almost like a karate kick up in the air. Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen much of that, but I've seen it in passing where like some of these kicks, you almost think it has to be computer generated. It's just like, it's mind boggling. It's like they're defying gravity and almost like martial arts in a way.
That I would really be excited to see that.
Yes.
A compilation of
Like, I've never really looked into compilations like that. It's just, I've seen those in like, I don't even know if I've seen them much in video. It's more like been like still frames of it happening and whatnot.
Or the advertisements we saw.
Yeah, oh my
There were a couple
goodness.
in there,
Oh my
yeah.
goodness. Yeah, crazy.
Okay.
David Beckham. All
Right.
right. He is number 8. So I'd be interested to know, guys, how many of you agree that he is number 8? Do you think he should be higher or lower? Because
I feel like he would have to be in the top 10.
I feel like you would not knowing much about him again,
Yeah.
but he's just though so iconic. I feel like he has to be. No one becomes that iconic in the sports world
Without
unless they're
having
in the top 10 or
something to
something.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
Model, business magnate, and Major League Soccer club owner at Inter Miami, David Beckham is one of soccer's most successful figures off the pitch, with the former Manchester United star now worth around $500 million.
Ooh.
Because of his post-playing fame and, let's be honest, his devilishly good looks, it's easy to forget just how good Beckham was on the pitch. With arguably the most iconic right foot in soccer history,
Really?
nobody could bend it like Beckham. That's true, there was a movie.
No one can bend it like Beckham.
He used that magic cleat to spray pinpoint passes across the pitch, whip in delicious crosses, and most famously curl-free kicks into the top corner. His unforgettable last-minute stunner against Greece in 2001 to send England to the World Cup is etched into soccer history. Ooh, I'd like to see that.
I love the bend it like Beckham. That's awesome.
You never heard of that movie?
No.
Really?
Bend it like Beckham is a movie? Bend it like
it has
Beckham?
Keira Knightley in it.
Is that like a documentary?
No, it's like a teen movie from the early 2000s, I think.
It's not about him.
I think he's in it. I think she's a soccer player in the
Oh,
movie.
okay.
I didn't see it, so I don't know.
All right, guys. Gordon Banks.
Oh, Gordy. Number 7.
If you need a single moment to sum up Gordon Banks' ability as a goalkeeper. Okay, this is, I think, the first time I've seen a goalkeeper in here. So this must be, I don't know if we're going to see any other goalkeepers, but must be one of the best. It would be his iconic save from Pelé in the 1970 World Cup. Brazil was piling on pressure when Pelé leapt to meet a cross and directed what looked like an unstoppable header down toward the bottom corner of Banks' goal. Somehow, the England goalkeeper reacted in time, getting down quickly to not only save the effort, but also tip the ball over the bar with his fingertips. The save was so remarkable that Pelé himself had already shouted, "Goal!"
Goal!
before realizing the ball had been kept out. So, I wonder if he got...
So he thought he had it in the bag.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, that's hilarious, actually.
Way to go, Gordy.
Wow. I'd like... See, that's the type of thing I'd like to see.
I know, me too.
Paul...
I have no idea.
Oh, man, guys. I do not know how to pronounce that.
Gascoigne?
Gascoigne?
Gascoigne? I don't know.
All right, number 6, Paul Gascoigne. Might just be the most naturally gifted English soccer player of all time. Hotspur star is held in such high regard with dazzling feet, incredible vision, and a fearless creativity. While he was a magician on the field and known for being a joker and larger-than-life character off it, his life behind the last was deeply troubled. Throughout his career and long after it, he struggled with alcoholism, mental health battles, and off-pitch scandals. One of the most infamous moments came in 2010 when he bizarrely showed up at a police standoff involving fugitive Moat, claiming to be his brother. The ancient Greek philosopher Aristotle once said, "There is no genius without a touch of madness," and in the case of him, that feels especially true. Gaza. A once-in-a-generation talent, his genius on the pitch was matched only by the turmoil he battled off of it. It's sad. It's all too often you see that professional sports players retire, and then if they don't spend all their money that they made during their career, they end up getting into some sort of depression, alcoholism, mental illness.
Without that outlet, I think.
It's not just them though; it's celebrities of all type. Because like being in the public, being in the public eye, there's so much pressure, and if you're not careful, it could just, you go off the rails.
All right, we're officially top 5.
Woo!
Jimmy Greaves. Few English strikers in history have been as prolific as Jimmy Greaves. His record of 44 goals and 57 caps for England
57. Wow.
remains one of the most efficient returns in international soccer. He was part of the squad that won the 1960s. What? 1966?
Are you saying that the picture looks nice and
very
crisp?
modern.
Yeah, it does actually.
They must have just colorized it or something. Although an injury during the group stage saw him lose his place, to Jeff Hurst, who, to be fair, went on to score a hat trick in the final. Reeves did not feature in that match and somewhat controversially did not receive a winner's medal until FIFA changed its rules in 2009.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
He got robbed.
All right. Wayne Rooney, number 4. We don't really know much about him, but we've seen him. And we've heard people calling him the greatest football player ever.
Which he's number 4.
He's number 4 here. So Wayne Rooney went through several unforgettable iterations during his career. Though each version was different, they all shared one thing: undeniable class. Blessed with elite vision and off-of-the-chart soccer IQ and a rocket of a right foot, Rooney was a once-in-a-generation talent. Not only did it finish his career as United all-time top scorer with 235 goals.
253.
Man, I can't even see today. Man, can't read today, can't see today. Surpassing Bobby Charlton, but he was also a brilliant creator. His selflessness often overshadowed by the sheer power of his highlight reels. From bicycle kicks to volleys, few dare attempt. Rooney's greatest hits could rival even
Zlatan Ibrahimovic
for jaw-dropping audacity. England may never see another player quite like him, and for the record, our favorite version, Skinhead Rooney. There's just something poetic about a buzz-cut legend clattering opponents, smashing screamers, and wheeling away in wild celebration, pure soccer chaos. Okay, this sounds like this guy would be a ton of fun to watch.
Yeah, for sure.
When did he play? Did it say? It didn't really say what years he played. All right, who's going to be number 3? We have not seen Harry Kane yet.
Oh, that's true. I wonder if he's going to be number 1.
All right, Harry Kane, number 3. So he's right behind. What's his name? Rooney, yeah. Harry Kane has often been compared to Shearer. Both are English, both are prolific goal scorers, and for much of their career, both endured a frustrating lack of silverware with hardly reflected their world-class ability.
I don't know what that means.
I do not know what that means, guys. What in the world does that mean? That changed for Kane after he moved to Munich. In his first 3 seasons in Germany, he scored a remarkable 146 goals in 147 appearances.
That is the best stat we've seen as far as how evenly matched those are.
That seems incredible to me. Now knowing, looking at all these different players.
How far apart it usually was, the numbers.
146 goals and 147 appearances is that seems masterful, honestly. Wow. Now I'm seeing why people were so psyched for Harry Kane on this year's team.
Same.
Where Kane also surpasses Shearer and many other great English strikers is in his all-around game. England's all-time leading scorer is not just a finisher, he is also an outstanding playmaker. His first touch, vision, and passing range allow him to drop deep, link attacks, and create chances for teammates. It is a trait that has occasionally drawn criticism from fans who would rather see him remain in the penalty area. In reality, though, Kane's ability to influence matches beyond scoring goals is one of his greatest strengths and a key reason he stands apart from many of the game's elite forwards, past and present.
Okay, we got the hype.
Kane is someone I think we're definitely going to have to check out. Number 2, Bobby Moore.
Bobby Moore. In the history of English soccer, only one man has ever lifted the World Cup as a captain of the Three Lions. That man is Bobby Moore. While that achievement alone is enough to place him among the pantheon of England's greats, the truth is Moore was, no pun intended, much more than just a World Cup winning skipper. One of the finest defenders of the game has ever seen, the West Ham United legend was a graceful, intelligent player who was well ahead of his time. Rather than relying solely on brute force, Moore read the game beautifully, calmly played the ball out from the back, and wasn't afraid to carry it forward himself. The great Pele once described Moore as the best center back I've ever seen.
Wow.
And alongside Germany legend Franz Beckenbauer, his toughest ever opponent, a compliment that says it all.
Wow. As soon as I saw the name, I recognize it from something. Obviously,
Bobby Moore.
Bobby Moore. I mean, it must just be he's one of those scorers. I mean, one of those players, kind of like the Ronaldos and now the Kanes and others like that. He must just be so iconic. And obviously, he was a captain of the team that won the World Cup. So, all right. Who is number 1, guys? I'm going to give you guys a second to guess who you think it will be. You guys that have followed English football for years, in some cases decades, who do you think it's going to be?
I can't think of anyone else
course,
that I have heard of.
Yeah,
it would be.
There's no way. I think we'll be surprised to see who it'll be. But enough rambling. Let's go and check out who number one. The greatest, I guess, would you say this will be the greatest English football player of all time? At least what this list says.
Yeah, according to this article.
All right, so guys, let us know. Is what we're about to see. Is this person the greatest English football player of all time? Bobby Charlton.
We heard his name up there.
I recognize the name. I don't know why, but he looks like one that would have been playing in 1966 when they won the World Cup, perhaps. The story of Bobby Charlton is one of the most inspiring and heartbreaking in the history of soccer. A member of the famed Busby Babes. Busby Babes. That's interesting. The group of gifted young players developed at Manchester United under Sir Matt Busby after World War II. Charlton had just begun to make his name as one of Europe's brightest talents when tragedy struck. In 1958, the Munich air disaster claimed the lives of 8 of Charlton's teammates and 3 staff members.
Oh my goodness.
The 20-year-old survived, but the trauma left a lasting mark. It felt like my life was being taken away from me piece by piece,
awful.
He once told The Guardian, recalling the moment he lay in a German hospital and heard the names of those who had died.
Oh my gosh.
Miraculously, Charlton returned to the pitch just weeks later, as if he was driven by the memory of those he lost. Over the rest of his glittering career, he helped United and England reach unimaginable heights, winning First Division titles in 1964, 65, and 66, 67, the club's first ever European Cup in 68, and of course the World Cup in 66, where his 2 goals in the semifinals against Portugal helped send the 3 Lions to the final. Wow. So that seems to be it.
That's really impressive that he was able to bounce back so quickly from that.
Yeah.
And carry on in honor of his teammates.
Right. I think that's probably one of the reasons why he is the
number one.
Number one. What he overcame, and then the fact he had such a big influence on winning the World Cup, because he had 2 goals in is that semifinals? Yeah, 2 goals in the semifinals of that year. Add all that up, and I think it makes sense why he is considered the greatest English player of all time. But guys, what do you think of this list? Obviously, we are extremely new to football, and even more than that, we are even newer than that to English football, and so we obviously don't have experience with any of the players, and but based off what we read here, I felt like the list seemed
pretty fair.
Let us know in the comments not only what you think of this list, how would you rearrange the top 10 specifically, but I'd also like to know who your overall favorite player of all time is. But guys, this is just the beginning of our football journey. We plan to continue diving into football. I think we're going to be learning about the different positions soon, because we don't even know that, honestly.
Maybe some compilations.
Definitely want to look into some compilations, which again, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to check this out, because I wanted to see who we should check out. Who are the best players in English history? Who are the ones that might seem like they would have the most interesting plays and whatnot, interesting compilations, and definitely a few of these in the top 10 definitely seem like they should be in that possible compilation group that we check out. But anyways, guys, I think that's it for today. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please click that like button. Feel free to drop your comments or suggestions about this video or others. And don't forget to subscribe to continue to follow us on our journey. Until next time, peace.
Bye.